to witness is not a staged drama, not a reenactment filmed for effect, but the raw and unfiltered truth. This is Great Russia, and these are the real, living battle scenes of the Kursk front line, a place where every breath could be the last, and every step forward might change the course of history. From dawn until dusk, the Kursk battlefield roars with sound. Russian reinforcements arrive in unbroken waves, their armored convoys rumbling over rain-soaked roads. The clatter of treads, the growl of diesel engines, and the rhythmic pounding of boots announce the steady arrival of fresh troops. For every soldier who takes his place in the trench, the Russian line grows heavier, stronger, and more unyielding. Behind them, the artillery units never rest. Their cannons speak with thunder, shaking the earth with each barrage. Every shell that arcs into the sky finds its mark in Ermau's defenses, crushing bunkers, collapsing dugouts, and tearing through the very soil. For those holding the line on the opposing side, the pressure is unbearable. Ermau's positions shrink under the constant storm, compressed further with every passing hour. Once solid defenses bend and break. The cries of medics, the shouts of commanders, and the deafening roar of explosions blend into a single, endless chaos. It is no longer a question of if they will fall back, but when. Russian special forces seize the moment. With precision and aggression, infantrymen push forward. They cross the no-man's land under the cover of artillery, reclaiming trenches, reclaiming villages, reclaiming soil. Step by step, Kursk is being pulled back into Russian hands. Already, nearly half of the territory has been retaken, 46% carved back into the map of Russia. This number is not theory, not propaganda. It is the hard truth displayed on the ground. Territory does not lie. Each meter regained is a silent witness, soaked with the sweat of soldiers and marked by the fire of battle. Though Zelensky speaks to his people of control and stability, the shifting front lines tell another story, one written not in speeches, but in sacrifice. And then comes the hand of nature itself. Kursk enters its rainy season. Heavy rains drench the land, turning fields into oceans of mud. For many armies, this would spell disaster. Tanks sink, wheels spin, boots stick in the mire. Movement becomes pain, and every march is slowed. But for the Russian army, nicknamed the Big Goose, this is no hindrance. They are veterans of harsh terrain, heirs to generations of campaigns fought through snow, ice, and swamp. Their tanks churn forward regardless. Their infantry wade through mud with grim determination. The very hardship of the land becomes a weapon turned against their foes. Where others stumble, the Russians advance. Imagine the scene through the eyes of a soldier. The sky is gray, heavy with rain clouds. The ground trembles as artillery thunders without pause. Explosions throw up walls of mud and flame. Smoke curls across the horizon, blending with the mist. Above, the faint hum of drones lingers, mechanical eyes that watch every movement, guiding strikes with ruthless precision. In the trenches, men crouch low, water pooling around their boots. Their rifles are slick with rain, their uniforms caked in mud. Yet still they load, still they aim, still they fight. Every command from officers is barked above the roar, "Hold the line, advance, cover your comrades." Some orders vanish into the storm of sound, lost to the crash of shells. But discipline holds. Training takes over. These men have been drilled for moments like this. Cover, aim, fire, move. Again and again, until instinct is sharper than fear. And though fear is always present, it is mastered. For courage is not the absence of fear, but its domination. the decision to act in spite of it. The fighting is brutal, close, and personal. Grenades arc overhead, bursting in showers of dirt and steel. Machine guns hammer from dug-in positions, their staccato rhythm cutting through the storm. Soldiers dive for cover, mud spraying around them, then rise to return fire. Every clash feels endless, every second stretches into eternity. And yet, step by step, position by position, the Russian lines move forward. The advance is not reckless, but deliberate. It is not chaos, but method, an iron rhythm guided by artillery, discipline, and resolve. For those far from the battlefield, it may seem like lines drawn on a map, shaded regions of control. But for those in the mud, it is life and death. A single captured trench means comrades saved. A single collapsed defense means ground lost forever. The Kursk battlefield is not abstract strategy. It is human struggle, written in blood, sweat, and sacrifice. And as the days pass, the pattern becomes clear. Russia is not merely fighting for land. It is fighting a war of endurance, a contest of willpower. The rains, the mud, the endless barrage, all are tests of strength. And in these tests, the Russian forces are proving resilient, relentless, and unyielding. Every advance hardens their grip. Every regained village strengthens their resolve. The enemy tires, falters, and yields, while the Russian line continues to press forward. The battlefield is alive with contrasts. The silence between artillery barrages when men catch their breath and pray. The sudden roar of machine guns breaking the stillness. The flashes of rockets tearing through the skies at night. In these moments, war is not distant. It is immediate, visceral, and absolute. And for the men who fight here, the only truth is survival. The Kursk battlefield today is more than a place on the map. It is a crucible of endurance, a forge where resolve and sacrifice are tested beyond human limits. Every soldier who fights here is part of a larger story, one that stretches beyond borders and beyond time. This is not spectacle. This is not fiction. This is reality. War stripped bare, unforgiving, and undeniable. Kursk stands as proof that war is not only about weapons. It is about the will to endure, the strength to advance, and the determination to reclaim what is lost. Here, in the mud and the rain, in the fire and the smoke, the story of survival is written every hour. And the ending, as always, belongs to those who refuse to yield. This is not a movie. This is not a tale told for effect. This is Kursk, alive with thunder, fire, and sacrifice. Here, survival is the only script, and victory is carved into the soil itself. One step, one trench, one heartbeat at a time.